My name is Michael Olugode. I write for this day. What do we need to do as a nation to win the peace?
Okay. All right. I think these are very comprehensive questions. Perhaps let me see what I can do within limits of the time that's available to me. Very good questions, I must say. And I'll do my best to offer the best, of course, answers to them. Haruna, are we sure that they will not perpetrate evil to the public? When criminals are prosecuted and they are jailed, the jail is only a reformatory structure. And so the going to jail is actually a process of reformation. And I want to believe you are well versed with what the Nigerian prison service, what they do right in the prisons. The fact that these ones have surrendered, and of course those who have also captured, and some process of de-radicalization has started, that, in my view, is an understanding that when the process is taken through its full course, that they will become responsible citizens. I have no reason whatsoever to doubt the sincerity of these young men. And I believe that everyone needs to also be given a chance. Maybe I'll leave that for now. But that someone has committed offense does not imply, okay, we should kill them. If there is time for justice, of course, they will answer based on issues that arise from the process of investigation that we've conducted. Of course, I want to also, I do hope you know that that's not my job as the theater commander, or in fact any of us here as members of Operation Lafayette Daily Theater Command. It's not our responsibility, but of course we have to also do our part to ensure that the madness, in terms of the security content of this madness, is taken care of. And I think that's what we're doing, and doing it in the right way. Arrest of the chairman. Yes, is the chairman of Mafa local government. You're very right. The true position is that, yes, of course, we have him, taken into our custody because he harbored one Boko Haram terrorist along with the father. So far, investigation revealed that the Boko Haram terrorist himself, who was taken to his house, who was kept in his house, was because his father, who actually knew that the son is a Boko Haram terrorist, approached the chairman because the chairman, of course, from all that we've found out, the chairman was also in the habit of, accommodating those who were rescued from the bush. But our investigation is still on. It's not yet concluded. But just to let you know that at this stage, that yes, he's in our custody and further investigation will be carried out. Of course, at some point, he has been of value to us in Operation Lafayette Daily, having operated as a member of civilian JTF, especially being the chairman of Mafa local government. So he has done that. But that you've done that in the past, and if at some point we now find that we need to investigate you further, that does not deter us from doing that. But that was not to say that we have conclusively. We've concluded our investigations, and we're saying that he is a huge supporter of the Boko Haram terrorists. That is the position as it is today. The same goes for the vice chairman. I want to believe when you say vice chairman, there's nothing to hide. Is Kaga local government vice chairman. You're right. Yes, of course, he's also been taken into our custody. We're doing the preliminary investigations. The outcome, of course, we'll let you know. Sometimes when we do not, there are a lot of issues that we don't think at this stage we should bring to the public domain. But since it's from your investigative journalism point of view, well, why not? We can clarify that to you. So that's the position with respect to that. Gwamna, your question, well, good question, no doubt. Why can't we use them to ensure that Shekau and Mamanu, that I wouldn't tell you, that's for us. I want to take that to be a suggestion to us. We will consider that if it becomes very relevant. But our position to it, that I will not tell you. But I want to thank you for that suggestion. I rather see it as a suggestion rather than a question. Babagana, age bracket. Unfortunately, I didn't appreciate that was going to come, so I didn't ask them. And I did not actually bring the records of their age. Of course, you could guess what the age of these ones are. And the oldest, of course, you know that it's not a baby. It should be approaching his 60s. Ibrahim, fairness. When we talk about fairness, you need to contextualize issues, right? I'm a professional soldier, so also my colleagues here, we're all professionals. These are ragtags. That's disorganized. So it is not the same, you can't place us on the same pedestal as with respect to what we do. But as human beings, of course, we're all equal. Let's get that understood. If I haven't undergone the kind of training, and along with my colleagues, they know what is right and what is wrong. That's why we talk about rules of engagement. That's why we talk about, code of conduct. You can't, because in any case, I should also ask you, there are a lot of people that are doing 419, that are stealing, that are going to do all manner of things, because times, according to them, times are hard. Of course, times are hard for all of us. Would that not make you to go and start stealing because of fairness? That's the issue. As professional soldiers, you know the rules. You don't deviate from the rules, and just because we are fighting Boko Haram and these are people who have killed, who have maimed, so what? I don't think there's any basis for that comparison. Except I don't understand what you mean. I stand corrected. But if my understanding of your question is anything to go by, I think there's absolutely, there are two poles. This pole and that pole. And I think till eternity, they can never meet. They are parallels. Listen, beautiful question, no doubt. Human rights. Human rights issues are met, for me, I think they should be environment specific. There are general rules, there are general provisions. And for us in Operation Lafia Dole, our code of conduct, in crafting the code of conduct, of course, we took cognizance of the international human rights law and international law. There are laws of armed conflicts. Those, of course, as part of our training, that is encapsulated. So we, of course, are very conscious of the provisions of human rights law, and that's what we obey. Now, unfortunately, what you find, and that some quarters have reported, is that they seem to remove the society from which we operate. They seem to remove us from the society that we operate. And I give you an example. These ones, by the way, they have been in our detention. But I want to believe that they look healthier than those who are even on the streets. But we have also been accused by some apologists, human rights apologists, permit me if I use that word, to say that they are not being well taken care of. Coming to ask